Welcome on into Mountain Ridge High School as we get ready for this very intriguing game between Mountain Ridge and Lone Peak. As we get these things tipped off, Mountain Ridge will win the tip. Both of these teams coming into this game, we're looking at a juggernaut of a matchup. As the Sentinels get on the board early, Lone Peak comes into this game 2-1 on a two-game winning streak, their only loss being to the Bountiful Redhawks by 11. Other than that, they've been able to keep things going with this very experienced team. When you look at this Lone Peak team, you're going to keep your eyes on Kennedy Woolston, the senior BYU commit, who's been fantastic all year as the Sentinels get off to an early 4-0 lead and get this place hyped up. Continuing with Lone Peak, Kennedy Woolston entering her senior year. A little bit of a struggle thus far. Through her first two games, 7 points in her first game, 5 in the second. She got things going once again with the double-double against Westlake. 19 points, 10 rebounds to add to her fantastic career. That's something Lone Peak fans are going to want to see tonight is you really got to see Kennedy Woolston do what she does best and hope for 12 points or over. She does have a solid team around her, and a solid running mate being Charlie Warner, who had a fantastic game versus Bountiful in that loss. 17 points with 4 3-pointers as she can really shoot the rock. But Lone Peak with a big challenge against this Sentinels team. This Sentinels team undefeated thus far, and it's been through a fantastic scoring effort from Jessica Maynard. Jessica Maynard is averaging 24 points per game thus far this year. As a nice block right there for McKinley Stowell, or forgive me, Joe Lombardi. As we have 6:57 left in the first. This Sentinel team, as I mentioned, led by Maynard's scoring effort. She's fantastic down there at the forward position, as we'll have a foul called on Lone Peak, giving the Sentinels back the ball. Maynard, number 4, you'll see down in the paint. She has a nice height advantage over most teams. Doesn't shoot the rock to get these 24 points. The offense runs through her as they'll pass it down in there. Quickly stolen away by Woolston. Woolston takes it up the court and passes to the corner. This Lone Peak team, very experienced, multiple starters back from last year. As they'll drive baseline, shot no good, but a foul for Charlie Warner. Lone Peak led by Nancy Warner, the 20-year head coach for Springville and Lone Peak. 7 years at Springville. Got the job 13 years ago here at Lone Peak. And a very impressive record with the Knights. 193 and 87 in those 13 years. First shot no good. And second shot no good as Lone Peak scoreless through these first few minutes. Sentinels passing it around. Jangard passes it in. A nice dime as she finds Callan Kell to get the lead up to 6. Lone Peak needing an answer. They'll get the play call from coach. And we'll slow things down. 14 on the shot clock. Woolston driving. Tries to find the cutter. Ball is loose. 6 seconds on the shot. That ball quickly stolen away by Mountain Ridge. Trying to go on the fast break. Nice transition. D3. Up and good, up and no good for Joe Lombardi. And Lone Peak still scoreless. Woolston for three, and she'll get her first points of the game at a great time for Lone Peak as they had been in that scoring drought. Maynard working on the smaller defender, shot up and good, and that's what you'll see all night from Jessica Maynard. She is a fantastic post presence, also in her senior year. Her and Woolston, both very successful players here in Utah High School athletics, and is that three no good? Very excited to see this duel from both coaches as Mountain Ridge will take that timeout as they got caught in a little bit of a bad spot there. And we will take one as well. Be back in 30 seconds.
With a TabSpend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. TabSpend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Welcome back into Mountain Ridge High School. 4:31 to go in this first quarter as the home team Sentinels have gotten off to an early lead through some nice passing and good defense. This ball taken up the floor by Montgomery. Montgomery's shot no good. Rebound by Maynard. And the putback no good by Maynard. Woolston with the rebound. Woolston will pass it to the corner. Driving, and we will have a foul called on the Sentinels. That one will be called on Jada Jangard. It will be on the floor. So we'll see another chance for Lone Peak to try and figure out this offense. Gets it down low, blocked by Maynard, and that's another aspect of her game. 4 blocks for Maynard against Snow Canyon, and 3 steals. She is a very solid player on the defensive end as well. Quick 3 up, leaves it short, but rebound by Lone Peak. Shot up, no good. Once again, that rebound originally to Lone Peak. But a quick steal. Woolston for 3, and Woolston once again brings the Knights within 2. Great steal from Woolston. A quick pass, maybe an assist, and the assist completed by Tati Harness as she gets her first 2. And just like that, we're all tied up with 3:23 to go. Jangard passes it off. Lombardi back to Jangard. $12 on the shot clock is some nice defense from the Knights here. Gets it to Maynard. Maynard looking for the paint. And maybe a little too open for Lombardi as we'll have a foul called trying to stop the fast break. As we're all tied up, 2:55 to go. And a beautiful dish right there from Jessica Maynard, but unfortunately unable to connect and get that assist. I've been in that position many a time where I find myself more open than you expect, and it surprises you, and sometimes that shot just a little too rushed. Maddie Pope with the ball, gets it to Woolston. Woolston driving. Nice footwork to get to the into the paint as Lone Peak takes their first lead of the game. Sentinels driving into the paint. A nice turnaround jumper up and good for Jada Jangard, the senior. Maddie Pope driving. able to avoid the travel and get those 2 points back. With 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, Lone Peak up 2. Jengard passes it in. A nice pass there. Shot no good, but the foul. As she was able to connect with Sadie Madsen. A nice cut right there. Sentinels led by Matt Montgomery. As they've gotten to 3-0 this year, they've been dominant in all of these games they have played thus far, winning by double digits. They're coming off of a 59-point win versus East High, as they really show how far this program has come along. Full court press here for the Sentinels, as Woolston will take it up the floor. Woolston Maynard matchup. A nice move by Woolston. And up and good for the Brigham Young commit. 12-14 with 1:35 to go in the first. Jengard quickly gives it up. Looking for Maynard and denied. Has a nice steal right there from Peyton Warner. Able to get it out of the backcourt as Lone Peak found themselves in a little bit of trouble. 1:14 to go in the first quarter. Pope looking for Woolston in the paint. Woolston gets it, and there will be a foul called, I believe, on Jada Jengard. As a physical play right there is Kaylee Montgomery gets set to check back in for Jengard. Kaylee Montgomery's had a fantastic second punch to Maynard for the Sentinels team, averaging 10 points a game. Montgomery hands it off, gets it back. Woolston defending. Up and under layup, just rims out. Woolston with the rebound. And quickly getting it up the floor is Lone Peak. A little bit of a slip, but able to keep her feet as they avoid the travel. As Kell will take it up the floor. Kell with the shot, up and good. As this game tied up with the last possession of this first quarter, shot clock is off and Woolston will slow it down. She'll get the screen from Pope, won't use it. Looking for Pope and just not on the same page right there. 3 seconds, got to get a shot up quick. Can they get it up? They did get it up, but just a little too quick for the Sentinels. Very entertaining first quarter of action. We're all tied up through the first. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back into Mountain Ridge High School. Tied up early as we get ready for the second quarter of action. We'd like to remind you of our proud sponsors of KSL Rewind and Lone Peak Girls Basketball. Tab Bank. Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with 3.5% annual yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. It's a big deal. Member FDIC. Thank you, Tab Bank, for your sponsorship of Utah High School basketball, helping make this possible for all the kids and parents alike. Lone Peak starting with possession. Totsi Harness caught herself in a little bit of a tough situation, but able to draw the blocking foul called on Sadie Madsen. Woolston will inbound. Woolston early with, I believe, 8 points, possibly 10, as she's been the main teeth of this Lone Peak offense. Huni Faluau with the ball. She'll hand that one off to Peyton Warner. Warner trying to get rid of the double team. 3 up and no good for Tati Harness. And Sentinels back on offense. Taking it up the floor is Kaylee Montgomery. Back to Maynard. Maynard driving. Shot up a little too strong for Maynard. Harness with the ball, driving. Looking for Woolston. Woolston will get it. Ball poked away. Ball is loose. Maynard will get it. Sentinels on the fast break. A nice pass right there. As Madsen finds McKinley Stonewell to get the 2-point lead for the Sentinels. 6:35 to go in the second quarter. Harness gets to Holdcroft. Warner with the ball, driving in. That one, I believe, blocked once again by Jessica Maynard. As Charlie Warner will go take a much deserved rest. In Maddie Pope. Wilson with the ball. Splits the defender, driving in. Nice footwork to get the shot up right before the buzzer to tie it back up. Stonewall, or forgive me. Quick corner 3 from Montgomery, no good. Rebound Woolston. Woolston passes that one up. Holdcraft loses the ball off her knee, gets it back, but I believe it will be a loose ball foul on Lave Holdcraft. Jessica Maynard will take a seat for the Sentinels, and in for Maynard is Joe Lombardi. Montgomery will take it up the length of the court. Won't take the screen and lose the ball. A nice steal. Body's on the floor, and this should be a jump ball. Possession arrow will stick with the Sentinels. As a great effort play by this Lone Peak defense. 5:34 to go in the second quarter. Lombardi to inbound. Gets it into Kell. Needs some help. Passing it around. Is this defense doing a great job for Lone Peak? As they've been sticking in this 2-3 zone. A nice switch right there, but an even better step through by Kell. Unable to get it in, though. 5:08 to go in this first half. Faluau will pass it to Pope. Looking for Woolston in the paint, and a nice pass knocked away. Top of the key 3, open and good for Huni Faluau. Montgomery passes that one up. Driving in, Lombardi, kick out. 3 up, a little strong that time. And Lone Peak on the transition. Maddie Pope for 3, no good. But the blocking foul and the rebound got by Jamie King. 4:24 to go. As some Lone Peak substitutions, Woolston will go and take a seat. As well as Kaylin Cowell. Off-screen foul on Lone Peak. Maddie Pope will be called for, I believe, her second personal. Kaylee Montgomery will give that one up to Joe Lombardi. Trying to get Montgomery the ball in the paint, but Lone Peak's doing a great job denying the easy bucket. 4 minutes and 5 seconds to go in this first half. Jangard driving in. Finds Kaylee Montgomery. Montgomery unable to get that one to fall. And once again, Lone Peak on the fast break, a little bit of a miscommunication there, able to survive that. 24 on the shot clock as we slow things down. Jamie King with the ball. Looking for some help as she got into that trap. Great defense for both teams right now. We will have a foul there, I believe a reach in as Jamie King was driving into the paint and had her arm slapped. 2 shots for Jamie King. The foul called on McKinley Stowell. Kennedy Woolston back into the game along with Warner. And Jessica Maynard back for the Sentinels. Forgive me as I get updated back with the scoring. Score is 16-20 as Lone Peak has scored 4 unanswered. A nice steal right there from the pressure as Kennedy Woolston able to take it up and exchange it for 2. Maynard. As the Sentinels navigate the defense, or the full court press well, Woolston will be called for the foul, and she can't believe it. This will send Sadie Madsen to the line for the Sentinels as they need looking to get back and stop this 6-0 run. First shot up and good. .3:11 to go in the second quarter. Shot up, no good. Rebound Lone Peak. .25 on the shot clock as Lone Peak trying to move it around. I'm shocked, no block foul there, but a little physical here. A nice move right there to split the defenders for Charlie Warner, just unable to get it up and through the basket. Jangard backing up the smaller defender. Shot up and good, and one. As Tati Harness unable to deal with the size advantage for Jada Jangard. Checking back into the game is Lave Holdcraft for Lone Peak. And King will take a seat. Jangard trying to convert the and one. Unable to convert, Woolston with the rebound. 3-point game, 2:32 to go. Woolston for 3. Leaves that one a little short, and that one will go off the side of the rim and out of bounds. Maynard to inbound for the Sentinels. And Montgomery set to take it up the length of the court. Montgomery double team comes. Does a nice job of avoiding it. Now Jangard. Jangard, cross-court pass. Shot up, no good for Montgomery, as she's been a little quiet tonight. Lone Peak on the fast break. Shot up and good for Peyton Warner. And the and one opportunity for the Knights as they look to take a 6-point lead. Foul will be called on Sadie Madsen. That will be her second personal of the game. Converting the and one opportunity. And in for the Sentinels is Kaylin Kell. Jengard with the ball. Looking for Maynard. Maynard passed just a little bit too high as this Lone Peak defense is doing a great job speeding up this Sentinels offense and causing these turnovers right now. Tati Harness with the ball. Gets it to Holdcroft. Driving in. Shot up and good once again for Peyton Warner as Peyton Warner a quick 5 points in the game. Forgive me as I get caught up. Score is 27-19. 3 up and good. And I believe a foul off away from the ball. Score 27-22 as we get caught up here. Lone Peak up 5. So there is a rebounding foul given to Peyton Warner, I believe, for the Knights. And that, I believe, will put the Sentinels in the bonus shooting 2. So a possible 5-point play here off of the made 3. Or forgive me, 1 shot. As we got a little bit of confusion here from the officials. Confusing play as it happened very, very quick. 1:19 to go in the first half. As Nancy Warner trying to figure out what's going on, why the foul was called on Peyton Warner. First shot up and good for Jessica Maynard. In is Huni Faluau and Kennedy Woolston. Tati Harness and Charlie Warner will take a seat. 23-27, and I guess it will be 2 shots or a 1-and-1 opportunity. So the score now 24-27 after the confusion. Sentinels trying to give a little bit of pressure here. Lone Peak does a nice job navigating the pressure. Woolston with the ball. Now to Pope. 22 seconds on the clock. Pope drives. Woolston, corner 3, up. Oh, and that one, I don't know how it didn't fall. A nice rebound there from Holdcroft, but tough turnover for the Knights. And with 55 seconds to go in this first half, the Sentinels have a chance to tie with the 3 or 1-point deficit. 3 up and good. And if on cue, Montgomery ties it with that top of the key 3. Ball is loose. Picked up by the Sentinels. Nice hustle play. Lombardi. Jengard will slow things down. Shot clock is off. Sentinels will take the last shot of the game with the chance to take the lead. Or forgive me, last chance of the half to take the lead. Quick switch of defenders. Jengard tries to get around Jessica Maynard. I believe they'll call a moving screen on Maynard. A blocking call, foul, the official call. So Lone Peak will have 10 seconds to take the lead back. Maddie Pope will go back to the bench. And back in is Charlie Warner. A little bit of confusion here between the officials and Mountain Ridge head coach Matt Montgomery. Ball is loose almost immediately. Lone Peak initially able to keep hold of it. Rebound up and good, and wow. A lot to unpack there, but a buzzer beater up and good for Lave Holdcraft to take the lead going into halftime, 29-27. Is Lone Peak leading? Very interested to see what adjustments are made during the this 10-minute halftime. Both teams playing really well. I believe if you're Mountain Ridge, you're going to try and find a way to get Jessica Maynard more involved, but you can tell that was the game plan for Lone Peak, was to take the ball away from Maynard, make some of their other players make some plays. They have, and we've got a close one. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Welcome back into Mountain Ridge High School. As we get ready to start this second half, we'd like to remind you that this presentation is brought to you by Jace, the right meds the moment you need them. Use discount code Lone Peak. 2-point lead for the visiting Knights coming out of halftime. Kennedy Woolston's done a great job getting this offense going, and I believe unofficially I think she has 14 points. And the early story on as Woolston looks for Holdcraft. Warner driving. Harness. Falua. Shot no good, and rebound Montgomery. Montgomery taking it up the floor. Guarded by Warner. Takes the screen from Maynard. Deep three. Up and no good, but very impressive range. She's trying to test the limits. Forgive me. Ball lost by Lone Peak, and Lombardi takes it up the floor, finds Maynard. Maynard cross-court pass. Jengard driving. Back to Maynard. Lombardi, guarded by Harness, trying to find it. Jengard in the paint, and a loose ball there. As Kennedy Woolston unable to keep that one from going out. So a little bit of a chaotic minute of basketball. 7:04 to go in the third quarter. Lombardi to inbound for the Sentinels. We'll see what adjustments have been made as the Sentinels probably looking for some easier points. Almost everything came very difficult in that first game, but from this excellent Lone Peak defense, we see on that last possession why it's so hard to score against this team. They keep their hands up and knock the ball away. They get plenty of steals throughout the course of a game. Woolston, guarded by Lombardi, driving into the paint. Ball is lost and picked up by Kell. Just under 6:30 to go in the third. Montgomery driving on Huni Falua. Shot no good, and she's just been a little off tonight. A tough night for her, as just can't get the shooter's roll. Faluau. And a nice steal right there from Jengard as Lone Peak's offense looked a little bit lost there. Lombardi will carry that one out of bounds. Going a little too fast and couldn't put on the brakes. 5:52 to go as Lombardi will go take a seat. And in for Joe Lombardi is McKinley Stowell. Harness will take it up the floor. Guarded by Stowell. Going to near side. Back to Woolston at the far side. Handoff, ball off the foot, but able to get it back is Warner. Charlie Warner will get it back to Faluo. Back to Charlie Warner. Warner driving, takes the bump, shot up, and count it. As Charlie Warner able to get the first points of the second half. With the and one opportunity. Maddie Pope will come in for the Knights, and Holdcraft will take a seat. Foul will be called on Kaylin Kell. Unable to convert the and one. Sentinels down 4. Jengard, guarded by Pope, looking for the paint. Nice pass. And a great play right there is that play that finished by Stonewell to get it back to a 2-point game. Faluo to Pope. Pope going to take the screen. Looking for Woolston in the paint. Woolston looking for the corner. But a little bit of an errant pass right there. As I believe we'll have a timeout called. And we'll take this chance to remind you of our Tab Bank proud sponsor. Tab Bank is home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with 3% annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. It's a big deal, member FDIC. Also brought to you by J's Plus. The right meds the moment you need them. Use discount code LonePeak. 4:51 to go in this third quarter. 2-point game. This is the game, we thought it would be. 2 very high-level teams going at it and duking it out. Jessica Maynard has definitely been game planned against by Nancy Warner. Nancy Warner has taken away the paint, and her defense, as usual, the Knights are doing a fantastic job getting steals and getting on the fast break. Woolston has done a great job getting buckets when they need them. She can extend the range when she needs to. And I'm just so excited for the rest of this finish. Sentinels set to inbound as these two teams very possibly will meet later in the year in the playoffs. Jengard will take it up the floor. Back to Montgomery. 24 on the shot clock to Jengard, guarded by Pope. Quick switch by Faluo. Shot up and no good. Difficult layup. And Harness taking it up the floor for the Knights to Woolston. And then Harness will slow it back down. 4:20 to go in this third quarter. Getting it into the paint. And a shot up and good for Warner. A nice pass there to get it into the paint. 33-29. Jengard finds Jessica Maynard. Maynard guarded by Woolston. Back to Montgomery. Montgomery to Maynard. 15 on the shot clock. A nice backdoor cut. Shot up and good by Kaylin Kell, as she has the opportunity for a 3-point play. And the chance to cut it to a 1-point game as Julia King in for Lani Fuao. Huni Fuao, forgive me. 3:45 to go in the third. As Kell able to convert the and one opportunity. Harness takes it up the floor. Trap coming, gets it to Woolston. Woolston able to navigate this pressure, and you see how well coached this Lone Peak team is, as they do not panic when the pressure comes. They move the rock really well, and just like that, they'll find the open shot. Maddie Pope unable to convert from the near side corner. 3 up and no good for Warner. Rebound. Maynard. 3:10 in the third quarter. Jengard will be the primary ball handler. Finds Kell open. Kell steps through off the front of the rim. Woolston weaving in and out of traffic. Kicks out. Corner 3 up. And good. Tati Harness. with the three as Woolston gets the assist. Jangard passes out. Stonewell, nowhere to go. Nice defense from the Knights. Maynard will hand that one off. Jangard, caught in the corner, needs some help. A nice pass to reset this offense. And Kaylin Kell, unable to get that one to go. Rebound, Warner. Woolston tries to find Julia King in the corner, but a nice play defensively by Jangard to knock that one out. We'll have a full timeout called, and we'll take this chance. Take one as well. We'll be back in just a few seconds.
With a TabSpend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. TabSpend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Welcome back into Mountain Ridge High School. As right now, the Knights up 4, 36-32 on the Sentinels. Woolston and King not on the same page there as that ball sails out of bounds. Sentinels struggling right now against this Lone Peak defense. They do such a great job knocking the ball away. But they've had their opportunities. Some nice backdoor cuts have led to some nice shots. There's a nice steal right there from Holdcraft. And Holdcraft will lay that one up for the easy two. Jangard pushing the pace, trying to match. Maynard, top of the key three, up and good as Jessica Maynard cuts the lead down to 3. Tati Harness will slow things down. 1:30 to go as she gets the play call from Nancy Warner. Nice crossover, driving in, layup up, and just can't get the roll. Kell with the rebound to Stonewell. And Jada Jangard won't take the screen. Hands it off to Maynard. Maynard, kick out. Kell with some room. Shot up and good as Kell able to cut it to a 2-point game, 1-point game, as we really are in for a fantastic fourth quarter. As the Sentinels look to remain undefeated, and Lone Peak trying to get back to up to 3-1. Lone Peak very much not accustomed to losing, as these two teams juggernauts in 6A. Interesting adjustments being made by the Sentinels. They try and get an emphasis on Maynard more on offenses, as she really is their staple offensive player. 37-38, 1 minute to go in the third. Faluau with the ball. Gets it to Warner. Warner, 3 up, no good off the back iron. Nice rebound from Holdcraft. Unable to hold on to it, but a great effort play to secure it. And those are the type of plays that coaches love. Won't show up on the stat sheet, but it's just an effort play, a gritty play to get that possession back. Kennedy Woolston back in for Julia King. Charlie Warner to inbound. Woolston back to Warner. Shot clock at 17. Separation is about 15 seconds. Charlie Warner back to Faluau. Faluau to Warner. Corner won't take it. And that shot from Faluau just unable to fall. Shot clock is off. 10 seconds in this third. Jessica Maynard gets it into the paint. Shot up and no good from Jangard. That ball will be off Lone Peak. And 2.5 seconds to take the lead for Mountain Ridge. Jangard to inbound. Maynard working on Woolston. Shot up. And that one sails up and over. No good. 37-38 with the final 8 minutes to play. Very exciting to see how this matchup ends as someone unfortunately has to lose. We'll be back after this quick break. Welcome back in as we get set for this final quarter, final 8 minutes as both these teams looking to pull away Lone Peak with the 1-point lead. Montgomery guarded by Falua. Kell, right-handed layup, up and good as Mountain Ridge takes back the lead. A nice drive right there as she's given Mountain Ridge some very meaningful minutes. Harness with the ball. Back to Holdcraft. Lone Peak passing it around, trying to set up this offense. Trying to set up some backdoor cuts to the paint. Woolston, 3 up and no good off of the screen. Pick and fade. Or forgive me, pick and pop. 30 seconds to go. Or 30 seconds on the shot clock. As Kell has the ball. Almost loses it at the free throw line. Some nice defense. But Maynard able to get Woolston in the air with the pump fake. And she'll have a chance for the and one opportunity as Mountain Ridge looking really nice off of that third quarter intermission, I guess you'd call it. Peyton Warner in for Charlie Warner. 6:52. And in and out, but I believe a lane violation will be called on the Sentinels. So result is the same regardless. Free throw no good, and Lone Peak will take possession. Faluau taking it to the far side of the court, looking for the backdoor cut. Nothing there. That ball lost out of bounds. As Sentinels playing some very nice minutes on defense and converting on offense opportunities. .635. Kell. Driving on Holdcraft. We'll give it up to Lombardi. Looking for Maynard. Some nice defense there from Harness. Is Harness able to poke that one away and deny the paint. Warner. Step through. Up. No good. Rebound will go to the Sentinels. Montgomery trying to push the pace. Cross-court pass. Jangard, open lane. And unable to convert. Gets her own miss. And that rim has been awfully unfriendly tonight for the Sentinels. As Jessica Maynard will step out of bounds. 6 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Sentinels up 3. Stonewall getting set to check in for the Sentinels. We're going to have a timeout called by Nancy Warner as Woolston gets set to check in. 5:39 to go as we get into clutch time. Every possession counts. We'd like to remind you of our sponsor, Tab Bank. Tab Bank, home of the Tab Bank Spend rewards checking account with 3.5 annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. It's a big deal. Member FDIC. Also presented by Jace. The right meds the moment you need them. Use discount code LonePeak. An interesting storyline as we look at these two coaches. As mentioned before, Matt Montgomery, kind of the young guy in town. 3-0, I believe, in his first year, according to what I could see. And Nancy Warner, the 20-year veteran, who's very well a high school legend for Springville and Lone Peak. Lone Peak, every year, competitive in 6A, if not winning championships. Warner to inbound it for the Knights. And we'll get it into Harness. Sentinels back to a man defense. Pope driving in and will be fouled by Jangard. As you could hear the slap from here. Wolston to inbound for the Knights. Harness driving. Dumps it off into the paint. Warner up, no good. Rebound Sentinels. Montgomery will take it up past the halfway mark. Looking for Kell. Kell, very, very valuable points and minutes for the Sentinels. As they'll dish it down into the paint. Shot up and no good for Jangard. And a foul there by Jangard is possibly a frustration foul as she was very upset. I'm missing that last chance. That last shot. .458 to go in this fourth quarter. Harness will take it up the floor, guarded by Stonewall. Finds Warner for a three, no good, as Charlie Warner struggled a bit from three tonight. As these two teams, it really has been a defensive battle as they've flexed their muscles all night. Stonewall, guarded by Harness. Back to Kaylee Montgomery, guarded by Warner. 20 on the shot clock. Stonewall with a nice pump fake, trying to get it to Maynard. And Maynard with a nice hustle play. Unable to save it from going out of bounds, but you got to applaud the effort. 3-point game, 4:22 to go. Harness, guarded by Stonewall to Pope. Nice defense there, but a three up at the far side corner. And Tati Harness with another big three as she's had multiple all night long. .41-41. .18 on the shot clock. Lone Peak's defense stiffening up as that ball sails out of bounds as Maynard and Montgomery not on the same page. Harness, guarded by Stonewall. Ball almost poked away right there. A nice defensive effort from Sadie Madsen. Jada Jangard will come back into the game for Kaylee Montgomery. Nice out of bounds play. Intended for Woolston. Woolston will be fouled, and I believe Maynard will be called, or forgive me, not Maynard. Foul will go to Kaylin Kell. As Maynard was pretty adamant that she got all ball on that block, and she was right as the foul is called on Kell. First shot up and good for Woolston as Lone Peak takes the lead back. 3:28 to go in the fourth quarter. And 2 for 2 from the line on that strike. Jada Jengard, guarded by Pope. Back to Montgomery. Nice move by Montgomery. A little bit of a hesitation. Will get fouled. By, I believe, number 4 will be given the foul. As I get you a number on that. I believe they're intending Kennedy Woolston. 34 is as a little bit of confusion there. First shot up and good with 1 more to go as Kennedy Woolston trying to help on that defense just got there a little late and we saw the bodies crash. Chance to tie. 3:15 in the fourth. Shot up, no good. Lone Peak holds on to their 1-point lead with the chance to extend it. Harness with the ball. Woolston driving up. Shot no good. And the Sentinels will slow it down. Jengard will be primary ball handler. Looking for Maynard in the paint. They'll deny it. Stonewall back to Jengard. Jengard driving. And Lone Peak wanted a moving screen there. But Jengard able to get the nice 2 to take the lead back. Charlie Warner will give it back to Harness. 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Finds Woolston in the paint, but a nice block right there. Excellent defense. As Jengard needs some help, finds Jessica Maynard. 2 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. 1-point game. Sentinels up. Looking for Maynard. And Kennedy Woolston will poke that one away as you just see them face guarding Maynard this entire game, just trying to deny that paint. Pope and Warner will take a seat as Holdcraft comes back in and Julia King back in. Or forgive me, it was a Warner for Warner substitution. Charlie in for Peyton. Maynard with the ball in the paint. Tries to get the shot up, no good. Foul will be called on Charlie Warner. And big free throws here as you have the chance to take it to a 3-point lead. Foul will be called on Charlie Warner. Going and getting some coaching from Nancy Warner. First shot up, no good. And second shot, 1 for 2, as they'll get a 2-point lead. Gotta imagine Lone Peak will try and get this ball to Kennedy Woolston, but they have multiple things on offense, if you will. Holdcraft driving, kick out, nice design play, open 3, and good as Charlie Warner converts. Excellent play design by Nancy Warner. and excellent execution by the Knights. 1 point lead for Lone Peak. 1 minute, 10 seconds. Montgomery guarded by Falua. Looking for help. Ball is loose and stolen by Holdcraft, but there will be a very interesting call there, as they're going to call a travel on Holdcraft as she was going after the loose ball. Very interesting call there at a very key moment, and Lone Peak fans are very upset about it. But a tough situation. 59.6 seconds to go. 1 point game. And with this Lone Peak defense, they've been guarding Maynard and taking her out of the game as much as you can. Forgive me. I'm interested to see where they go on this offensive play, what Matt Montgomery draws up. You have multiple options. Kaylin Kell has been fantastic thus far in this game, having a very quiet night, I guess. Flashy is the word I'm looking for. It hasn't been flashy, but she's played some really great minutes, gotten some good buckets. I also wouldn't be surprised to see this ball go to Jangard. Jangard will inbound it and quickly get it back, guarded by Falua. Trying to get the ball to Maynard, but they will, Lone Peak is not letting them have it. Kell, 24 on the shot clock. You got plenty of time, so they will reset. Jangard driving on Falua. Turnaround shot, up and good, as Jada Jangard takes the 1 point lead back to the Sentinels. This will go down to the wire, as we'll have a foul called. Shot clock is off. Foul will be called on Mountain Ridge, sending to the free throw line. A tough foul there for Sadie Madsen. As it will send Tati Harness to the free throw line. She'll tie up the game with the chance to take the lead, and just a difficult play there as you get some easy buckets off the foul. Two for two as Lone Peak takes the lead. 25 seconds to go. Mountain Ridge has one timeout left, and they'll save it in case this play doesn't work out. Kell looking for Maynard. Kell driving in. Kick out, ball loose. Gets her own, gets the loose ball as Kell. 5 seconds. Timeout will be taken, finally awarded to Matt Montgomery, and he was unhappy with how long that took. He had to go all the way to the baseline to get that timeout called. 1 point game, 4.1 seconds to go. Probably the last possession. And once again, if you're Matt Montgomery, who do you go to? Your number one offensive option has been denied all game by Lone Peak. They have taken her out of the game as much as you can by face guarding her the entire time, denying the ball into the paint. Usually you'd have Kaylee Montgomery, but she's kind of struggled tonight. She's a fantastic player. She does have ice in her veins, and she very well could win this game. But I'm very interested to see where they go. Kaylin Kell has been great. Jangard has been great. But this Lone Peak defense is spectacular, and they just have a great way at poking the ball away, not even letting you get up a shot or getting a contested shot. Jangard to inbound. Sadie Madsen on the floor with Maynard, Montgomery, and Kell. For Lone Peak, you've got Woolston, Harness, Charlie Warner, Holdcraft, And we'll have another timeout to build the suspense. We'll take one as well. One thing to mention, there was time added onto the clock. So we have 5.6 seconds. It is plenty of time to set up a shot. You know, it's not a catch and shoot play. You can get a good look. But barring a foul and a missed free throw, this will most likely be the last possession of the game. Nancy Warner trying to set up her defense. Maddie Pope, Tati Harness in for the Knights alongside Holdcraft, Charlie Warner, and Kennedy Wolstead. Once again, coming out on the floor for the Sentinels, Kaylin Kell, Jada Jangard, Kaylee Montgomery, and forgive me, Sadie Madsen will be the 5 on the floor with Jessica Maynard for this final possession. Jada Jangard to inbound, guarded by Woolston on the inbound. And we'll see what the Sentinels have. Timeout called by the Sentinels as that first look was not what Matt Montgomery wanted and liked, as this Lone Peak defense did a great job defending that inbound. No timeouts left for the Sentinels. No timeouts left for Lone Peak. 3 fouls on Lone Peak and 5 on the Sentinels. So Lone Peak can foul twice before going, or forgive me, once before going into free throws. Fantastic game all night as these two teams have played up to advertised. Sentinels trying to defend their undefeated season. And Lone Peak trying to extend their winning streak back to 3 after dropping their first game of the season. Jangard to inbound. We have a foul called, a hold on the inbound that will be given to Lone Peak. It will be on Holdcraft. And that does make things interesting. A foul now will cause a free throw going to the bonus. Trying to get the ball in. Got to get it in. And that ball was loose. Picked up by the Knights. As the Sentinels couldn't get the ball in from this excellent defense from Lone Peak. Two shots for Lone Peak to possibly extend this to a 3-point lead and make it a very difficult comeback situation. 2.6 seconds will be put on the clock. But a fantastic job by this Lone Peak defense, standing up when it matters most. First shot, no good. No timeouts for the Sentinels. Interesting thing here, do you miss on purpose and run out the clock? I don't believe she will. Shot up and no good. Rebound Maynard. Can she get it up? She will, and that one will fall short as Lone Peak will survive and win this one in exciting fashion. Fantastic job by the Knights tonight, playing great defense. Woolston was great. Harness hit some of the most key shots of the night. 2 3-pointers in the corner that really helped Lone Peak surge, but ultimately Lone Peak's defense, the story of the night, able to win it on that last possession of the game. I'd like to thank you for joining us tonight here from Mountain Ridge High School. Gavin Atkinson, thank you for joining me, and we'd like to thank Austin Bigelow for running our camera for us, making this all possible. I'd like to thank you and have a good night.